This is The Space, a mindfulness podcast that's not like the others. I'm your host, Casey Donovan. Alongside Amy Malloy, every weekend we share a bonus episode with mindfulness tips to renew, revive, and feel alive. Our writer Amy is a bit of an adventure girl. She's been itching to talk about the benefits of ecotherapy. Don't worry, you don't have to move into the wilderness. In fact, you don't even have to leave your living room. Research shows that connecting to nature can improve physical and mental well-being. Part of this is embracing your wild side and all your emotions, including the parts of you that feel unknown and unpredictable. There are wild places within us that can feel hard to acknowledge. This is according to counsellor and eco-psychotherapist Ruth Allen, the author of the book Grounded. We don't always know what's there in our personality or our memories. Or sometimes we know what's there but can't face it. We throw things into the wild place to try and satisfy it. Food, alcohol, shopping, unhealthy relationships. Sometimes the wild parts of ourselves become so fearful that we do anything to avoid them. According to Ruth, connecting with nature can help us make peace with our inner wild side. Tip 1. Embrace the mystery of your personality. When we surround ourselves with nature, it becomes clear there's a lot we don't know, says Ruth. We might be able to name a bird or recognise a sound, but there's a lot we don't know about the weather, the plants, and the bacteria in the earth around us. The same applies to our life and our minds, and that isn't always a bad thing. Outside, we see that nature is messy, imperfect, uncontrollable, and unknowable, says Ruth. Isn't that what makes it awesome? The same applies to ourselves. The bits you don't always understand can be a wonderful mystery. Tip 2. Make space for confusing thoughts. If your thoughts feel tangled, being in a confined space can make it feel worse, says Ruth. It can compound your frustration and add to your irritation. If you're feeling confused, simply walking in a straight line at a slow pace can be incredibly powerful, she advises. You can also do this in your garden or any outdoor environment. Walk forward in as straight a line as possible. You're enacting the way you want your mind to be. It's a type of meditation. Walking straight and slowly. It can stop you from ruminating, says Ruth, if you let it. It can stop you from getting stuck in a worry loop. To supercharge the outcome, combine tip 1 and 2. Go out into perfectly imperfect, messy nature and walk in a straight line. It throws open the windows of your busy mind, says Ruth. You can still feel grounded in the wilderness of everyday life. I'm Casey Donovan, and you've been listening to The Space. Follow us on Instagram at @thespace_podcast for more tips and tricks. We're back tomorrow with my favourite tip of the week. Space out.